Sometimes it feels like the world's moving too fast, and there just aren't enough hours in the day. There are too many jobs and just not enough time. And although we all know the benefit of eating a healthy homemade meal, sometimes it's just not possible. Fast food, therefore, is often the simple solution. So, tonight we're putting standard no-frill chicken burgers from 4 fast food giants through their paces. McDonald's McChicken, 163 grams for $4.80. KFC Original Fillet Burger, 152 grams for $6.10. Burger King's BK Chicken, 212 grams for $6.40. And finally, our biggest and most expensive burger, Wendy's Homestyle Chicken Fillet, 245 grams for $6.60. I'll calculate which burger offers the best value for money and how they stack up nutritionally. Meanwhile, the Mad Butcher will give his expert opinion on the chicken in our burgers, and 3-bite couriers who regularly eat on the go will report back on taste. First, though, just how popular is fast food? Well, McDonald's alone claims to feed around 27 million people daily, and Burger King 11.4 million. So, love it or hate it, it's fair to say fast food is a popular global phenomenon. But how much do we pay for the convenience of fast food? Let's see which of our burgers is the cheapest. Our burgers differ in weight, so to make it a fair comparison, we calculated the price per 100 grams. And at $2.69 per 100 grams, Wendy's, our biggest burger, provides the best value for money, while KFC works out to be the most expensive. But what about when it comes to how much cluck you get for your buck? Which burger has the biggest bird-to-bun ratio? On testing multiple samples, Burger King came out on top with 48% chicken, while chicken accounted for 44% of the other burgers we tested. Next up, we asked the Mad Butcher for his expert opinion on the chicken in our buns.
I would say the purple and green one were solid meat, whereas the red and blue one were manufactured patties.
But was there a favourite?
I'd give the green plate the edge, because the crumbs have a little bits of spice in it, and when you eat it, it's got a wonderful taste in your palate.
Now, one of the big advantages of fast food is that it's just that, fast. The fries? So after multiple visits, we calculated the average time it took to be served, and although all our burgers were served in record time, KFC was the fastest at 55 seconds. Now, we know that deep frying food is generally less healthy than grilling it, especially when it comes to adding extra fat and energy. But all the chicken in our burgers is deep fried, so let's see how this impacts on their fat and energy content. First up, energy, and with 1,530 kilojoules per serve, McDonald's has the least. While Burger King, our second biggest burger, contains the most energy with 2,974 kilojoules. In fact, it would take around 25 minutes to Zumba off those additional kilojoules.
This is a Zumba body.
But what about when it comes to fat? How much do our burgers contain? First up, total fat, and with 12.8 grams per serve, KFC contains the least, while Burger King contains almost 3 times as much. Compared on saturated fat, however, Wendy's has the least with 3 grams per serve, while Burger King is once again our heavyweight. When it comes to salt, too much is a killer, contributing to high blood pressure, which increases our risk of having a heart attack or a stroke. In fact, for good health, you only need between 460 milligrams and 920 milligrams of sodium a day, which you can get from less than half a teaspoon of fine salt. All our burgers, however, contain high levels of salt, although KFC has the least, with 836 milligrams of sodium per serve, while Wendy's has the most with 1,348 milligrams. But it's not all bad news, burger lovers. Chicken contains high levels of protein, essential for the growth and repair of muscles, giving us energy and keeping us fuller for longer. And with 28 grams of protein per serve, Wendy's contains the most, while McDonald's has the least. Summing up on our findings on nutrition, therefore, KFC scores highest and Burger King lowest. So what do these findings mean for you? Angela!
As we've seen here, fast food can be packed with high levels of fat, sodium and energy, so it's best enjoyed only as an occasional treat.
Next up, some tips on making better fast food choices. Don't automatically add fries to your order and avoid upsizing. Opt for milk or water over fizzy drinks packed with empty calories. And check nutritional information so you know what you're eating. But let's be honest, when it comes to fast food, taste is vital. So let's see how our bike couriers rate our burgers.
The green burger was my favourite. It looked the most appetising and it had the nicest taste.
The bun was soft, the chicken was juicy, and there was plenty of sauce.
Blue burger chicken was quite tasteless, but it had a good thick bun and lots of sauce.
The chicken patty was quite thin. There's a bit too much mayo on it for me.
The red burger was my least favourite because the chicken didn't seem authentic and there wasn't much flavour.
It had the best tasting bun.
The purple burger was my least favourite. The bun was a bit hard and the chicken tasted a bit dry.
The chicken in the purple burger seemed drier than the others.
So Wendy's was our bike courier's favourite chicken burger. And combining this with results on nutrition, value for money, our experts' opinion, the percentage of chicken in each burger and the speed of service, Wendy's is this week's winner, with Burger King coming last. Congratulations, Wendy's! Bakak!
The last ironing company tonight is Colour Factory in New Lynn. A woman arrived just after 11 a.m. and our actress gave her the same 9 hangers the others were given. The clothes were returned 25.5 hours later, which was fast. As our actress explained, she needed them in a hurry. We were originally told the clothes would be back in 3 days' time, so well done. 14 items came back on hangers, but we weren't charged for the 5 extra ones, which was nice. And all the hung clothes were in plastic sleeves. The total charge was the highest in our trial at $70.99. Break that down and it's over $3 per item. Let's see how they did. The aftershots show that a lot of the items had creases, some would be hard to shift, and according to our experts, some items should have been on hangers. And some, like the skirt, weren't hung correctly. It should be like this, otherwise it will crease in the wrong place, not to mention the creases that are all over it. This shirt is probably the worst example of the creasing. Basically, it's unwearable with the collar like this. Creased cuffs are another no-no, they should be rounded. And our expert recommends buttoning the top button so that the collar sits proudly, not pressed flat like this. And again, there's a crease in the denim jacket. The crease in these trousers doesn't line up with the pleat. And some items were underpressed, like this skirt. But our money was still in the pockets of both pairs of trousers. This tricky silk top was well ironed, and this black dress was very well presented. Our expert thought everything in the basket was ironed and pressed well. So Colour Factory New Lynn were the most expensive in our trial at over $70, and according to our expert, half the items were ironed well. So we've scored them 6 out of 10. They respond.
We agree the blouse and jacket should not have the creases on the sleeves. The employee has been asked many times not to do this and will be given another reminder.
So outsourcing isn't the magic answer to your ironing woes. We were hard-pressed to get a great result from any of the companies we trialled. If you are going to use an ironing service, make sure you take an inventory of your items and insist they use the correct hangers, or else you could just be wasting your money. Next week on Target, we call him the handyman. This guy is meant to be cleaning the guttering, but what happens next will shock you. We meet a Christchurch couple who claim their kettle just blew up, badly burning their child. So what are the makers of the kettle doing about it? And find out which brand of canned tomato soup is best for you and your family. Target tests were done independently by SGS New Zealand Limited.